فاصلة.
هلا أستاذ.
ألا كيفك؟
جود، أنت كيفك؟
بتيجي هاي كاز ولا نو؟
Yes, I told him.
He has internet or no?
He has a one WhatsApp. I don't know.
Okay, so can we start?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, what did we took yesterday? So what did we took yesterday? Can you remind us? We took arithmetic sequence, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
What are the rules that did we take yesterday? You have to study the notes. We took the following notes. I will send you the summary whenever we finish. To prove arithmetic sequence, we have to prove that un plus 1 minus un equals d. هذا to prove arithmetic sequence. To calculate terms of the sequence, we have the rule un equal uk.
أستاذ عم تكتب؟
Yes.
ما عم
مش مبين؟
يبين على
مش مبين الباوربوينت عندك؟
وصوتك عم بيقطش.
بعده ما عم يبين؟
نو وصوتك
طيب let's I have to change from one from one line to the other. Okay, but it is better now, the sound.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yesterday we took the rules of arithmetic sequence. I have to write them here. We took is that if we need to prove arithmetic sequence, we have to prove that un plus 1 minus un equals d. To calculate any term of the sequence, I can use un equals uk plus n minus k times d. And to find the sum equal number of terms over 2, number over 2 into first term plus last. This we took yesterday, the notes. Now we are going to take examples. Okay. Vn is an arithmetic sequence such that V7 equal 5 and V18 equal 27 are two terms of this sequence. Calculate the common difference. Calculate part 1. Calculate the common difference D and the first term VC.
استاذ
Okay, عرفنا شو. Yes.
هلا هون انا كيف بدي اعرف انه في 18 is the and the key is 7.
فيك تاخذ اي واحد كانه اي واحد K doesn't matter. But always we take n is the bigger one and K is the least one. Okay. So here I use, yes.
دايما
Doesn't matter which
ناخد
one is n. الان الكبير والكي الصغير.
Okay.
So I use the rule Vn equal Vk plus n minus k times d. Here the sequence is V. So I put the rule Vn equal Vk plus n minus k d. So I put instead of n 18 and k is 7. So V18 equal V7 plus 18 minus 7 times d. I replace V18 by 27, V7 by 5, 18 minus 7 is 11d, then 11d equal 22, then d equals 2. Any questions about this part? Now to calculate V0, I put instead of I put instead of n7 and instead of k0. I put instead of n7, or I can put instead of n18 and instead of k0, doesn't matter. So if I put instead of N7, so V7 equal V0, V7 equal V0 plus 7 minus 0 times D. 7 minus 0 times D. D is 2. So we get 5 equal V0 plus 14 and V0 equal minus 9. Any questions about part 1, Shabir?
No.
Second part, write Vn in terms of n. Write Vn in terms of n. So here I put instead of K0, so Vn equals V0 plus Nd. Vn equal V0 plus Nd. So V0 is minus 9, the D is 2, so Vn equal minus 9 plus 2n. In this way, we have calculated Vn in terms of n.
Still
Yes?
هلا فوق الآن نحن أخذنا 18 صح؟
Yes. فيك تغير على طول 18. Yes.
إذا بناخذ البان ان بان 7 الدي بيطلع غير انسر.
No. هات لحط لك شو بدك؟ بدك V7
يعني بنكتب 5 equals
V7 equal V18 plus 7 minus 18.
plus 7 minus 18.
Yes.
Okay.
V7 is how much? 5.
5.
V18 is 27
27
minus 5D.
minus 5D.
Minus 11D. Off. 11D.
Okay, 11D.
So 11D equal 22. So D equal to.
Yes.
The same.
وبعدين بدل الكي بناخد 0.
Yes.
أو فينا ناخد الان 0.
فيك تاخذ الان 0 بس انت دائما الكي هي السمولست نمبر، الان هي ونحن عندنا رول كمان بس ما كتبتها هون انه يو ان هي يو 0 بلس ان دي.
استاذ تحت تبع في 0 ليش البان ان اخذنا 7 ما اخذنا 18؟
You can take 18 or 7, doesn't matter.
اوكي.
Now calculate the sum, part 3, V7 plus V8 plus V18. Sum equal number of terms over 2 into first term plus last term. To know how many terms between 7 and 18, I put 18 minus 7 plus 1. Number of terms is 18 minus 7 plus 1 over 2. First term is V7, the last term is V18. 18 minus 7 is 11, plus 1, 12 over 2 is 6. V7, I have it 5, here 27, we get 192. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . .
هيدا number of terms بنعمل biggest minus smallest plus 1.
plus 1. Yesterday, I asked you this question. Is it done? Can I skip this page?
Yes.
Hello, we have another type of sequence called geometric sequence. Geometric sequence, I will give an example. If you have 2, 4, geometric sequence, 2, if I take an example, 2, 4, 8, 16. Can you give me the 2 terms back? 2, 4, 8, 16. Can you give me what comes after 16?
32.
32. After 32, what comes?
64.
64. So here we are multiplying by 2. We are multiplying by 2 each time. We call it common ratio. When we are adding, when we are multiplying by a constant number, 2. If I have another example, I have 9, 3, 1, 1 over 3. What comes next? 1 over 3.
1 over 6.
No, not 1 over 6.
1 over 9.
9,
9.
then 1 over 27. Here R is equals 1 over 3, common ratio. We can common difference. Here we call it common ratio. So definition of a geometric sequence. Here, first definition. The sequence UN is geometric. The sequence UN is geometric if each term equal to the preceding term multiplied by R. If each term equal to the preceding one multiplied by R, where R is a constant called the common ratio. If each term equal to the preceding multiplied by a constant number R, called common ratio. Like 3 equal, like 4 is equal 2 times 2. 8 equal to the preceding multiplied by 2. 16 equal to the preceding multiplied by 2. This is called a geometric sequence.
يعني هون كيف إنه UN plus 1 equal UN times R.
يعني مثل like 8 equal 4 times 2. 16 equal preceding times 2. 32 equal 16
بس
times 2.
هو قايل UN plus 1 إن إذا UN is 8 نعمل plus 1
UN plus
بصير
1
9.
is 6 يعني. No. U0 is I have the sequence 2, 4, 8, 16. هيدا I call it U0. هيدا I call it U1. هيدا I call it U2. هيدا I call it U3. اوكي؟ مش اليو 4 هي 16 بلس 1. اليو 4 من الترم يو اوكي؟ يعني اليو 4 قديش بتكون اليو 4؟ How much is U4? Is U3 times 2 is 32. Then here comes UN. Then after UN comes UN plus 1. UN plus 1 is the term UN plus 1. not un
آه.
plus 1.
يعني هون ال un plus 1 ناخد إنه u4 equals u3 times r.
Yes. يعني هون معناتها u1 equal u0 times r, u2 equal u1 times r, u3 equal u2 times r, u4 equal u3 times r, u5 equal u4 times r, u100 equal u99 times r, un plus 1 equal un times r. You get the idea?
Yes. هيدا بالمultiplication بس.
وبالاديشن كمان un plus 1 equal un plus d كان. Instead of times can you have plus. Now to know that un is a geometric sequence, to know the sequence un, the second rule or the first rule, to know the sequence un is geometric, we have to prove that un plus 1 over un is a constant. So to know the sequence un plus 1 is, to know the sequence un is geometric, you have to show un plus 1 over un equal constant number r. Okay, third rule. To calculate any term of this sequence, we have either we use un equal u0 times r to the power n, or we use this one, un equals uk times r to the power n minus k. So if the first term is u0, then un equal u0 times r power n, not necessary to write this. In general, if un is geometric sequence, then un equal uk times r power n minus k. We are going to take an example on this. This one not necessary. The sum of terms of a geometric sequence, the sum of terms of a geometric sequence is given by, this is the rule.
نكتب هيدا
Sum of,
أستاذ in general.
yes, هيدا in general, yes. The sum of terms of a geometric sequence is given by sum of terms equal first term times 1 minus r to the power number of terms over 1 minus r. Did you write this one?
Yes.
To verify the sequence, UN is not arithmetic, this one. To verify that the sequence UN is not geometric, just take a counter example, U1 over U0 not equal U2 over U1. I know we have written it. So to verify the sequence UN is not geometric, just take a counter example. U1 over U0 not equal U2 over U1. Let's take some examples. Example 1. Did you finish the last one?
Yes.
If you notice the sequence, example 1, the sequence of numbers 5, 15, 45, 135, 405, 1215 is an increasing geometric sequence, of first term 5. What's the common ratio? 5 to become 15, we multiply it by how much?
3.
By 3. 15 times 3, 45, with common ratio R equal 3 greater than 1. So if R greater than 1, then the sequence is increasing geometric sequence. If we take the second example, the sequence of numbers 8, 4, 2, 1, 0.5, etc. is decreasing geometric sequence. The first term is 8, and the common ratio is half. If R is between 0 and 1, then it is a decreasing geometric sequence. Any questions about the first two examples?
No.
Okay. Example 2. Given the sequence UN defined by UN equal 5 to the n. How to prove UN is a geometric sequence? How to prove UN is a geometric sequence? What you have to prove in order to get geometric sequence? To prove a geometric sequence, you have to prove here the relation UN plus 1 over UN is constant. To know the sequence UN is geometric, we have to show this is not difference either. Please hide the ratio. The ratio, not the difference. The ratio. So to show the sequence UN is geometric, we have to prove that the ratio UN plus 1 over UN is constant. So UN plus 1 over UN. UN plus 1 is 5 to the power n plus 1. We put instead of n plus 1 over 5 to the power n. We get 5. We subtract the powers. Then UN is a geometric sequence with common ratio R equal 5. Example 3. Vn is a geometric sequence with V3 equal 54 and V8 equal 13,122 are two terms of a geometric sequence. Part 1, calculate the common ratio R and the first term V0.
This
Yes,
هيدا هون أنا إمتى كيف بدي فان أعرف أي يا واحد بدي حط
example 2 ولا example 3.
نو هيدا أستاذ هون بالبان 3
3. I have the rule, this rule. Vn or Vn equal Vk times R to the power n minus k.
I know هيدا
اوكي الان هو الكبير، الكي هو الصغير. مين الكبير؟ ال3 ولا ال8؟
8
8. So I put V8 equal V3 times R to the power 8 minus 3.
بس أنا كنا عم نحط VN equals VK into N minus KD.
ديك arithmetic، هيدا geometric.
أيوة
كيف بنعمل إذا arithmetic أو geometric؟
هو قلنا هيدا geometric. Vn is a geometric sequence. هو بيقول لك.
إذا ما كان قايل؟
لا بدي اقول لك. So I use the rule Vn equal Vk times R power n minus k. So I put V8 instead of n, I put 8, and instead of R of k, I put 3. So Vk equal V3 times R power 8 minus 3. 13,122 equal 54 times R power 5. Implies that R power 5 equal 13,122 over 54 equal 243. Then R equal fifth root of 243, which is equal to 3. Now, part 2, part 1, I need to calculate V0. I put instead of n and instead of k0, بصير Vn equal V0 times R power n. Vn equal V0 times R power n. I can either use V3 or V8. If I use V3 equal V0, R is 3 times 3 cube. 54 equal 27 times V0. Then V0 equal 54 over 27. Then V0 equals to 2. Now write Vn in terms of n. I can write Vn equal V0 times R power n, or I can use V3 anyway. So V0 times R power n, V0 is 2, R is 3, 2 times 3 to the power n. The last part, Calculate the sum V3 plus V4 plus V8. How to calculate the sum V3 plus V4 plus V8? According to the rule here, sum equal first term into 1 minus r to the power number of terms over 1 minus r. Sum equal first term into 1 minus r to the power number of terms over 1 minus r. The first term is V3 times 1 minus r to the power number of terms between 8 and 3 is 8 minus 3 plus 1 over 1 minus r. The V3 is 54. 1 minus 3 to the power 6 since r is 3 over 1 minus r, we get 19,656.
أستاذ أنا هذا number of errors ما بعرف كيف.
لنعرف how many terms between 3 and 8, I subtract 8 minus 3 plus and we add 1.
ليش عم نحط plus 1؟
For example, if you have chapters 2, 3, 4, how many chapters you have in all?
3.
كيف اجى 3؟
شو كيف عندنا 2 3 4.
طيب, if you have that from chapters 5 to chapter 21, how many chapters you have?
How many chapters هيدول؟
You
17.
ما بعرف 17.
20 minus 5, 21 minus 15 plus 1. To know how many chapters, you subtract 21 minus 5, you add 1. This is the rule.
اوكي.
هذا ظبط.
يعني يصير
شو؟
إذا بتعد بإصبعك بيطلع 17. إذا بتعمل subtract وبتعمل add 1 بده يطلع 17.
Yes.
أيوة.
Okay, this table summarizes the rules of arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. If you like to, okay, if you like to write this summary, it is, but this one not necessary. In the middle, not necessary. Okay, this summarizes the rules of arithmetic and geometric. Okay, this is all for today. Have a nice vacation. Tuesday we were school or no school Tuesday?
School.
كيف قالت لي سيفان no school Tuesday?
School.
No school.
Tuesday no school.
حطيت على الأجندة، قالت لي ما لازم تحط على الأجندة لأنه no school on Tuesday. I will check.
إيه أحسن يعني Wednesday.
Okay.
يعني الأربعاء.
Okay.
يلا.
يلا. باي باي.
باي.